everyone! Today I'm gonna show you how to make a fruity pebble clarified milk punch. I made this recipe up myself and I'm pretty proud of it. I thought that making a clarified milk punch would be really intense, but it's actually not as intimidating as you might think. Oh, and before we get started, make sure to follow me on Instagram to see all the cocktails I make that don't show up here on YouTube. All right, let's make a fruity pebble clarified milk punch. To make our fruity pebble milk punch, you'll need 4.5 ounces of cachaça, 2.5 ounces of Lillet Blanc, 1 ounce of grenadine, 4 ounces of pineapple juice, 1 ounce of orgeat syrup, 2.5 ounces of lime juice, 8 ounces of whole milk, and 2 ounces of fruity pebbles, plus more for garnish. For this recipe, I chose to use orgeat syrup. You totally don't have to. You can use simple syrup if you want. Also, for the orgeat syrup and the grenadine, you can make both of those at home. I just bought mine because sometimes I just don't feel like it. But I'll find some recipes for homemade orgeat syrup and grenadine and leave it in the description box below for you guys. Add the 2 ounces of fruity pebbles to the 8 ounces of milk. Give it a couple good shakes and let it sit in the fridge for 30 minutes to an hour. Once your time is up, bring it out and strain the fruity pebbles from the milk. I used a cheesecloth. I found that to be the best way to strain it. You can use whatever you have. Fine mesh strainer, coffee filter, but I tried both of those ways and the cheesecloth was definitely the best. Once you strain the fruity pebbles from the milk, you should end up with about 4 ounces of fruity pebble milk. Mix up the rest of your ingredients separately. So the cachaça, Lillet, lime juice, grenadine, orgeat syrup, pineapple juice. Pour the fruity pebble milk into a mason jar and then slowly pour your separate acidic mixture into the milk. Always make sure to pour the acidic mixture into the milk and not the other way around. That is gonna help the milk to curdle more slowly and therefore evenly. Give your mixture a couple good stirs and then store it in the fridge. You can leave it for just an hour or two, but if you leave it for 24 hours, that's gonna be the best drink you're gonna get. I think I left mine for like 12 hours. When your milk punch is ready for straining, you can use a cheesecloth again. For this part, I chose to just use my Chemex. You can filter the drink only once, but if you want it to be really as clear as possible, definitely filter it twice. You want to remember that the curds are the main thing that is filtering everything out of your punch to make it really clear. So when you do the second run, make sure to pour it back into the filter with the curds really slowly so you don't disturb them too much. and then garnish with your Fruity Pebbles. Here it is, our Fruity Pebble Clarified Milk Punch. Look at how clear that is. The fruitiness of the cachaça comes through so nicely. Right at the end, you get that little bit of Fruity Pebbles. This drink is really sweet, so you could definitely dilute it if you wanted to. I diluted mine. The lillet and cachaça pair really well together. When I first started thinking of making this drink, I thought maybe I was crazy to put lillet and cachaça together because I was like, is there even a point? But then I found a recipe from a PDT bartender called the Pearl Button that uses lillet and cachaça, so I felt totally vindicated. It's really good. I'll leave that in the description box for you guys if you want to check that one out. I'm really loving making up my own cocktail recipes, so if you guys have ingredients that you'd like me to make a cocktail with, let me know in the comments below, and bonus points if they're weird. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.